Hi, it's Christina here with your virtual book club video for this week. We just finished up chapter 7 of Unfuck Yourself by Gary John Bishop. Chapter 7 is titled I Am Relentless. So I don't know if anybody else believes in divine timing like I do, but this chapter was right on time for me this week. I recently had a struggle with employment where a background check was not going as planned. And I've never had any issues with background checks. So, what they kept asking me for, I couldn't produce. So I just kept giving them everything that they didn't ask me for. And it just was never enough. And I had a hard time with that. And I almost gave up. And I'm lucky that I talked to a few people that would give me ideas and tell me to keep pushing forward. But really, we go through these things all the time where we have to be relentless. And that's exactly what this chapter is talking about. That he talks about our biggest successes are born out of discomfort, uncertainty, and risk. And those things are scary. And as I was talking to a few people about what was going on with me with this employment issue, that was the word that really resonated with me, was how scared I was. It wasn't, oh, this is difficult, this is uncomfortable. I was truly fearful. And I felt stupid and, ashamed and things like that. And when you have those feelings, it's really hard to push through and be relentless. Lucky for me, I'm a problem solver, and I do know a lot of other people that are problem solvers. So I was able to get through it, and eventually, things turned around and everything's good now. But it's just funny that this is the chapter we were reading as I was going through that. And it's always easier to talk to other people about being relentless when you're not going through a difficult time, because I do it with my kids all the time. And sometimes we do need that advocate, and that's something that I've learned, is sometimes you need an advocate or somebody that'll help push you through. So some other things in here that I thought was really cool that he was talking about was when it seems all is lost and all hope and evidence for success have long since vanished, relentlessness is the fuel that drives you through. So just sometimes we lose hope and stuff like that. And there's some other stuff in here that really is going to resonate with me in the near future, because my decision to move to Texas was born out of me feeling like I wasn't doing enough with my life. And ever since I've moved here, I've ran into some of the most amazing people who have inspired me, and I have like this long laundry list of things that I want to do now. Now, some of them have been on my list for a while, like I want to write a book and things like that, but I never really, felt it was possible until I started meeting certain people. And not everybody's even here in Texas. Some people I've met through forums like LinkedIn. So I'm really going to have to lean on this quite a bit, because, I've already had some naysayers with some of the things that I want to do. I want to start my own business, and I want to write a book, and now I have a second book that I want to write based off of talking to somebody else. Talking about doing podcasts and things like that. So, when, like this book says, when you have nothing else, you have relentlessness. And, another part of my struggle last week is I actually thought about going backwards in life. And I almost did. And I had some people that were like, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. And, this on page 157, it says you got to move forward. And I have to keep reminding myself. And when I told somebody about me wanting to go backwards, and I told him, I said, it's because I miss the comfort. I miss the comfort of where I was at. It was comfortable. It wasn't scary. I didn't feel stupid. And I miss that feeling. And so, yeah, I'm in a very scary time, and I have to keep being relentless and moving forward. So this week that's coming up, we're going to be reading chapter 8. I expect nothing and accept everything. So that's what we're reading. If you have any comments that you'd like to leave about the book, what you've read so far, or any questions, leave them in the comments of my YouTube video, Facebook, or Instagram, and I will see you next week.